Are you drowning in paperwork, emails, or invoices? You're going to want to keep watching. There comes a time in every entrepreneur's life that they realize there aren't enough hours in the day to do all the things that need to get done. If you've hit that point, or if you're on the brink, it might be time to consider a virtual assistant. Hey, it's Aaron from Thinkific, the best tool to help you start and grow your online education business. And in this video, we're going to be sharing a step-by-step process for hiring a VA or virtual assistant, one of the first and most important hires you can make as an entrepreneur. While many business owners are hesitant to make those first few hires, it's an essential step to building a scalable business and supporting your continued growth. It's also a way to protect your mental health, ensuring that you don't burn out along the way. The first step for hiring a virtual assistant is to outline all of the tasks that you need help with and are willing to hand off to someone else. If you're having trouble deciding, try sorting them into 4 categories. First, list the tasks that you should do. These will be the high-value, income-generating tasks that you enjoy doing and that you're actually good at. Then, list out all of the tasks you shouldn't do. These will be the low-value tasks that aren't the best use of your time, even if you're good at them or you enjoy doing them. Often, this includes things like answering simple questions in communities or emails from clients. Next, list out all the tasks that you don't want to do. These should be tasks that you don't like doing and that take up a lot of your time that someone else will probably be better at. This might include something like data entry tasks, project management, or scheduling meetings. And then finally, list out all the tasks that you can't do. These will be the tasks where you lack the necessary knowledge and skills to get it done properly, but you still need to get those things done. This might be things like bookkeeping, website updates, or applying for grants. Any of the bottom 3 categories may be worth handing off to a virtual assistant or a freelance contractor. These are tasks you shouldn't do, don't want to do, or can't do. At this point, it's tempting to take the big list and start the budgeting process. However, it's going to save you some money and likely some time to think about what on that list just doesn't actually need to happen. Hitting delete on things you just don't need to do can feel as good as checking them off. The second step to hiring a virtual assistant or freelancer is deciding on a budget. One of the major pros of virtual assistants is that they're typically far more affordable than an in-person assistant. But you still need to make sure that you have the money you need in order to get those tasks you've highlighted on your list done. One way to approach this is to determine your own hourly rate and then decide what tasks are high value for your business. Any low value tasks that you consider not worthy of that hourly rate should be delegated, and your hourly rate acts as the starting point from which you can judge a reasonable VA hourly rate. Visiting a website like Upwork and checking out what the going rates are for different kinds of freelancers can be a good starting point for assessing whether what you'd like to pay a VA is reasonable. It's also a good call to reach out to virtual assistance agencies and get a couple of quotes. On to step 3, building a job description. You need clarity on the job that you're hiring for if you're going to find the right VA. Your job description should include a little background information about your business, for example, your industry, what you sell, and who your main clients and customers are, the level of education, experience, or specific skills required for the job, a short list of duties and responsibilities you expect to be taken care of, and a list of any apps, tools, or software they'll be using that the VA would need prior experience with. Next, it's time to source your VA. If you have a specific need that you want filled by an assistant, you may be better off finding a specialized site to post a job ad on, or even seeking out candidates through search and LinkedIn. If you're looking for more general support with tasks, a quick Google search for virtual assistants will bring up a variety of marketplaces where you can identify candidates based on reviews, rates, and other criteria. Also, it's a good idea to reach out to any colleagues you know too. The best help comes from word-of-mouth referrals typically. Step 5 is interviewing and testing your candidates. Once you've received enough applications for your virtual assistant role or have found someone that you like, it's time to schedule some interviews. Since the role will be virtual, the interview should also be virtual. With a video call, you can figure out pretty quickly if you can communicate well with the candidate and if they're likely to be a good fit for your business. It's crucial that communication doesn't feel like a ton of work when picking someone to help you. You don't want delegating work to create more work for you. As well as going through candidates' work experience and skills, it can also be helpful to ask how they like to work and how they prefer to be managed during the interview. If you've had a good interview, one additional step you can take is assigning a test. The test should be a task to complete that would be part of their regular responsibilities were you to hire them. We recommend paying people for their test work. Assuming the test goes well, you've hit the final step, hiring them. Out of an abundance of caution, you may want to hire them for a trial period of a month or two before committing to a longer-term agreement. But otherwise, you're well on your way to handing off busy work and sinking your teeth into the parts of the job that made you want to be an entrepreneur in the first place. All right, was this video helpful? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that will help you build and scale an online business.